was shot by some crocodiles. Peace and bless to the elect. Devil honors to the elders, sing honors to the apostles. Praising and teaching us His word with sincerity and truth. Okay, now first I'm gonna get the scripture about the Queen of Heaven here. Okay, you blacks, you so-called blacks, you so-called Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks about. Okay? And Babylon the Great, which is America, is going to be destroyed. Jeremiah chapter 7 verse 18, the children gather wood and the fathers kindle the fire, and the women knead their dough to make cakes to the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto other gods, that they may provoke me to anger. So this Queen of Heaven is a goddess, okay, a so-called goddess that our people are worshiping even till this day here in Egypt here. I'm gonna read that again. It's Jeremiah chapter 7 verse 16. Therefore pray not thou for this people, neither lift up cry nor prayer for them, neither make intercession to me, for I will not hear thee. 17. Seest thou what they do in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem? 18. The children gathered in the wood, and the fathers kindled the fire, and the women knead their dough to make cakes to the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto other gods, that they may provoke me to anger. Now, here, man, in this book here, this compact Bible commentary here. Here I'm gonna go to Jeremiah 17 here, 7 and verse 17 and 18. The Queen of Heaven refers to the goddess Ishtar, who was worshipped in open cultic centers throughout the eastern Mediterranean region and Mesopotamia. Worship of Ishtar involved the preparation of special cakes that bore the goddess's image, as well as drink offerings. Family cooperation in the adulterous worship of Ishtar stood in direct opposition to the covenant demands that a father instruct his children in the ways of the Lord. See Deuteronomy 6:4-9. So right there it tells you right there, man. The worship of this goddess Ishtar is a direct opposition to the Most High's commandments, and this is what they do here. Our people do here in Egypt, man. I mean, making special cakes. That's like reminds you of the cakes they make for birthdays and shit, and then Christmas and shit. That's the same shit, man. And open cultic centers, meaning out in the open, out in social gatherings. And in occultic also, the word cultic also means abnormal rituals. So they even know they're doing abominations, okay? So these people know what they're doing, man. They know they're worshiping God, false gods and stuff. They're not worshiping the true power whose name is Yahweh. And the son's name is Yahweh Shai. Okay, because that name is dreadful among the heathen. And that's what Esau Edom does, man. Because he wants to take all y'all power away. That's why. But see, that's the thing, because you 2/3 are dumbed down, and you guys are dumb dogs, basically. Also, this Jeremiah. I'm gonna just get to the point here. This Deuteronomy chapter 6. To end the subject about this. Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 4. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, our power is one Lord, Yahweh, that's his name. And thou shalt love the Yahweh thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy might. Tells you right there, worshiping this goddess Ishtar is loving the Most High. Verse 6. And Deuteronomy chapter 6. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart. 7. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest, and when thou risest up. See, because that ritual and worshiping Ishtar, the father's gathering the sticks. Kindling the fire, and the son's gathering the sticks. See, he's not teaching his son about the Most High. So that's why this was an abomination. An abomination means anything repulsive in the Most High's eyes, man. And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thine head, and they shall be as frontlets between thine eyes. Now, and thou shalt write them upon the posts of thy house and on thy gates. Okay, that's why it's Deuteronomy 18 and 12 here. Yeah, this is a big topic here. A long subject right now. It's Deuteronomy 18 and 2 here. Okay, these people think they can teach better than us, but that's not the case. This Deuteronomy 18 and verse 2 here. Deuteronomy 18:12, It's Deuteronomy 18 and 11. 12. For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord Yahweh. And because of these abominations, the Lord Yahweh, thy power, doth drive them out from before thee. That's why the Most High drove these things out from before Israel, because the Most High was a father to us. He he was a father to us, to Israel, not you white people. To Israel, the so-called blacks, so-called Native Americans, the so-called Hispanics. Okay, and this thing is pissing me off just talking about this. Saying on our stupid ass people right now. Okay, that's because you are stupid ass people, man. Y'all some stupid ass people. Okay, just had Jake here passing by. Okay, he ain't gonna listen, bro. For all that do these things are abomination unto the Lord, and because of these abominations, the Lord thy power does drive them out from before thee. Let's look up that definition here. Okay, you gotta look up these words. You can't just come out here and you gotta look up these words. You can't just come out here with a Bible and that's it, man. You gotta also look into other books, man. which is what I've been trying to do lately, you know. It's Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 12. The pagan practices were an abomination unto the Lord because they were based on an attempt to circumvent. Now, circumvent means to make a way around, to circumvent His revelation, and revelation means a supernatural, dramatic supernatural revealing secrets to humanity or the earth or a people, which is us, Israel. Not you white people over here. We got white people walking by here. It's not for them. It's not for them. They weren't given the revelation. Okay, the revelation was given to Israel, the Israelites. The Israelites. Okay, you gotta remember Esau. You gotta remember Esau's history. He comes from the caves. He's come from the Caucasus Mountains. He was eating snails and squirrels and shit. Okay, he was raping it. He was fucking each other in the butthole. In the caves, man, they were fucking each other in the butthole. They didn't know how to make any fire. They were living out in the cold and shit. That's Esau's history for you, bro. He's no special person. He's not nothing. He's not Israel. He's not Yasharallah. The word Yasharallah, Yah meaning power. Yashar and meaning power, and Allah meaning Yashar meaning prince, and Allah meaning power. I mean. So yeah, dude. That's Deuteronomy 18 and 12 there. And that's what's exactly is happening now to these 2/3, or which, you know, it don't matter because they're supposed to, you know, they're wicked 2/3, but that's what they're doing, looking onto these abominations and making a way for the Most High's laws and ways, man. So Jeremiah 47 and verse 44 and verse 5. And that ye provoke me unto wrath with the works of your hands, burning incense unto other gods, the Ishtars, Semiramis and shit, in the land of Egypt where ye be gone to dwell, that ye might cut yourselves off, and that ye might be a curse and a reproach among all the nations of the earth. And that's why you guys, you 2/3 are reproaching a shame, man. Well, even us, and we got the truth, even us, though. But really, I mean, you 2/3 got more chance of being accepted in this world because y'all are wicked, just like Esau is your father. That's why you see got Jake here bumping heads and shit with the enemy over here. Well, his friend, I guess, you know, but really he's gonna be his enemy. I mean, just watch, bro. When the riots come, man, your white friend there is not gonna save you, man. White people don't give a fuck about black people. Okay, white people don't care about us, okay? That's what you gotta understand and learn, bro. This is Jeremiah 44 verse 17. But we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth, to burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her, as we have done, we and our fathers, our kings and our princesses, in the cities of Yahweh, Judah, and the streets of Jerusalem. For then had we plenty of victuals and were well and saw no evil. Just like in Egypt, they was talking, we saw no evil in Egypt. We had cucumbers, lemons, and all that. The same thing here in America, here, Egypt, this Egypt here. Proceeding on to Revelations 11 and 8. The Dabbai shall lie in the streets of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom in Egypt. Verse 18, but since we left off to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven and to pour out drink offerings unto her. See, so they were depending on this Queen of Heaven, this woman. They were worshiping a woman. So that's what they were teaching their kids and their fathers, their husbands, to worship a fucking woman. Which is very effeminate, man. A man's not supposed to be worshiping a woman, bro. You're not supposed to be breaking your bad balls off from a fucking woman, man. I ain't. Don't be doing that shit, bro. Verse 18, but since we left out to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven and to pour out drink offerings unto her, we have wanted all things and have been consumed by the sword and by the famine. 19, and this is the part right here. This is the part you gotta. It's the real hook right here. Verse 19, and when we burned incense to the Queen of Heaven and poured out drink offerings unto her, they would make her cakes to worship her and pour out drink offerings unto her without our man. You see, that whole worship excluded the man, but yet they needed the man though. What did it say? To bring the fire or some shit, man. Here in let's go back to Jeremiah 7 and verse 18. The children gathered wood and the fathers kindled the fire. Yup. But yet they say without our man though. They're without our man though. Okay, so that's just that, bro. We moving on to a different topic now. It's Mark of the Beast, man. It's Mark of the Beast RFID microchip, man. This Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. And it causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might bar themselves if he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna cut the video and move on to the next video.